Hi guys, welcome to my first ever YouTube video. My name is Malaysia and I have vitiligo. Today I'm going to be talking about my story with my vitiligo, how I got it, what it actually is, and some other questions that I might think of. If you do like the video, please hit the like button, please subscribe because I'm going to be trying to build my channel and I'm going to be posting a lot more content on here. So what actually is vitiligo? Obviously you can see that I have white patches spread throughout my body and I only got this when I was 15. Essentially, vitiligo is an autoimmune disease, and although it says disease, it's not necessarily a disease. An autoimmune disease is just the name for health conditions that affect your immune system. Your immune system attacks your body instead of its job to protect your body. To name some other autoimmune diseases, there's lupus, psoriasis, arthritis, and diabetes. You may know some of those, but they all affect the body in different ways. There's something called melanocytes, and instead of your immune system building your melanin and protecting your melanin, it actually attacks your melanin, which results in losing your melanin visibly. Now, I was not born with vitiligo. I got vitiligo when I was 15 years old. However, when I was a baby, I did get my first ever patch. When I was about 2 years old, I got my first ever patch, but it didn't last for long because my mum took me to the doctor and I was prescribed a steroid cream. Steroid creams are commonly used to treat vitiligo, but usually small patches and not when it spreads widespread throughout your body. When I got the steroid cream, it actually went away and it didn't come back until I was 15. Personally, I'm not exactly sure of what caused my vitiligo, but obviously if I had it when I was 2, I do think it was always in my body. It was just waiting to pounce. I was eating really badly at the time and I was really stressed out, and stress is known to cause vitiligo. I got a tiny little patch on my shoulder and a tiny little patch on my hip, and at first I wasn't too worried because they were only small patches, but it did spread quite fast. I'm not exactly sure what caused my vitiligo, but stress and eating badly are two things that can trigger it, and I think at the time those are the things that triggered mine: stress and eating really badly. As it started to spread, I did start to get a little bit more worried. I was 15, I just wanted to look like everyone else. I just wanted to fit in with all of my peers. So I went back to the doctor and I asked for another type of treatment. At first they gave me another steroid cream, but I was actually aware of topical steroid withdrawal and I was really scared of getting that. So I didn't really use it as consistently as I probably should have, and it didn't really work. So I went back to the doctor and they advised this treatment called UVB therapy. So UVB therapy is essentially like a sunbed. It's a big machine and you walk in and you stand, and it has loads of different lights surrounding you, and it basically puts UVB rays into your skin. It's supposed to repigment your melanin, and it did. I actually started to get more brown patches, but the treatment was quite invasive. It was really painful. I would have to go to school and then go there twice a week, and it was really stressful for me to do that. And then COVID happened, and to be honest, I think COVID was my saving grace because we had to stay at home and the treatment got stopped. So I had to stay at home for months and months and months. My vitiligo kept on spreading, kept on getting worse, but I don't like to use the term worse because it's not worse, is it? It's just spreading. This time I did struggle with how it was spreading, but at the same time I was at home. I didn't really have to go out and face people, and it allowed me a lot of time to deal with it and deal with myself and my feelings about it. I would say within a year it was on almost every part of my body, and even to this day it still continues to spread. Now, I wouldn't really say my confidence grew overnight. I would say it took me years and years to be how confident I am today. But just during that time of COVID, I was at home. I didn't have to see people. I didn't have to deal with other people looking at me or asking me questions, which at the time was really difficult for me. I was quite young. At some point, I was so insecure that I developed a vitamin D deficiency because I would literally wear a coat during the summertime, which is just crazy. So when COVID ended, I was still quite insecure because I had quite a lot of it. So going out, it was a struggle. People looking at me, it was a struggle because you don't know what they're thinking. And when you're insecure, you always think that they're thinking the worst. Most of the time, they're probably not. Now that I'm older, I've learned to understand that they think that my skin is beautiful, or their uncle has it and they just notice it. There's all different things that could be going through somebody's head and you have no idea because none of us are mind readers. One thing that I did say to myself is that this isn't happening to me and I'm not going to be earning some money out of this. So I enrolled straight into a modelling agency. I applied for loads and I got loads of rejections, but finally one did accept me, and then I started to model. Modelling was great for my confidence. When you're there for this reason, it's like, okay, I've got this for a reason. I can then help other people. I can get visibility. Other people will be able to see that I'm confident, and that can help somebody who was me one day. I would say my favorite thing about posting on social media is being able to help people. The messages that I get from people younger than me, and even sometimes people older than me, really warm my heart. Vitiligo literally spreads every single day. 1 year ago, I had brown hands. So literally in 1 year, my hands have gone fully white. And I would say that that was the hardest thing for me to deal with. I don't know why, because everywhere else in my body, I was able to overcome it. But the hands was like, oh my gosh, I'm getting white hands. And that really scared me at first. Now I'm okay with it. It's life, I can deal with it. One thing that I did that really built my confidence was booking a little solo trip. So I turned 18 in the February and I knew summer was coming up. So I said, I'm really scared about wearing shorts, wearing t-shirts. You need to go somewhere hot so that you have to take off your clothes and you don't know anyone here. So you're gonna have to be okay. I literally drilled this into my head and I booked a solo trip and it was terrifying. I didn't really want to wear shorts. I didn't really want to wear a short sleeve t-shirt, but I had to. And I pushed myself to do it. And to this day, I'm still so proud of myself for doing that because it was hard. But by the time I got home, I was confident, I was fine. I was ready for the English summer and I could go out in shorts and a t-shirt. Now, there are lots more treatments being developed for vitiligo, but my number one recommendation to anyone who may be struggling with their vitiligo is to just embrace it. It is so beautiful to be unique. It is so beautiful to be different. I remember someone came up to me once and said, do you know how much money people pay to look different? And that made me think, like, yeah, lots of people pay a lot of money to look different, and I've just got this uniqueness for free, and it's beautiful to be unique. I would recommend that anyone who is struggling with their vitiligo, just set yourself little goals to help build your confidence. However, my DMs are always open. Please comment any questions that you may have about vitiligo. I would be more than happy to answer them. I'll be more than happy to respond to anyone's messages, so please just let me know. Thank you so much for watching my first ever YouTube video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, please subscribe because I have so much more coming for this channel.